MFG Productions.
Anything to cause us to stay off focus is what I feel like we're more immune to. Just like gossip and stuff. It's just like relationships. They call it bittersweet. Good news is bitter. Whenever you hear something bad about somebody, that's sweet to society. It's just like a little snack. But you hear about what such did, that's a whole buffet. We just want to eat it up and figure out everything we can get from that.
Yeah.
And that's what caused the people, because just like you said, we have so many people around us that already know about this type of living, but people don't want to focus on their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
People that you have talked to consistently, they learn how to deaf their voice that sounds so similar, versus maybe 2 years or a month down the road, a stranger says the same thing that you said, but just worded it different, but that resonated with them only because they was more open.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people see good and bad people, not sometimes, often when they see good and bad people, it's already a shield up. They already see you and limit how much time they want in your atmosphere, because they already know what you're willing to tell them or what they're willing to take from it too.
Yeah.
So it's just,
Yeah. I feel you. Like I think people put entirely too much energy into it. This is like it's their own personal opinion.
Yeah.
So it's just like, because I was going to say something on Facebook. I was going to say anybody who has a child wouldn't want anybody as a parent to tell them how to raise their kid.
But that's the whole thing. People don't care what you want. Like,
and in the same sense,
they doing it.
There's a group, I wouldn't say a group of people, there's people that look at their child and say, oh, I don't want my kid to have locks. I don't want my kid to have tattoos at that age.
Yeah.
But these are the same people that are saying, oh, if my child feels a certain way, I'm going to support that. But like, how do you really support it? Because I've seen posts 2 or 3 years ago where you were saying, if my kid comes home with a tattoo, perfect example, Steve Harvey, my kid comes home with a tattoo, I'm going to snatch it off him or something he said.
Yeah.
And then now people are so afraid to say things a certain ways. And I'm not saying you have to bash people, but I'm saying say what you really feel. Don't say what people want to hear just because you're on a certain platform.
Yeah, don't judge people off other people's opinions, because just to tally on to that, when I was younger, my mom wouldn't even allow me to get dreads, because dreads and tattoos, especially for our culture, meaning bad. It meant drugs. It meant all this type of stuff. It didn't mean, just like Christ said, he had rough and dreadlocks type shape, when it comes to Jesus and stuff like that. People don't think that. They automatically grasp something bad.
Yeah.
And like I said, my tattoos is kind of more of my mindset, thinking of a better guidance, since people judge people so quick.
Yeah.
So if it was back at Adam and Eve terms and there was no clothing, as soon as you see me, you have no choice but to do what human beings do, and that's visualize.
Yeah.
So whenever you see me, you read exactly what I want you to see.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll cause your plight to be more clear, or whatever the case would be, so you can understand who I am. But once again, people decide to let in what they want to let in society and stuff.
Yeah, and
that's to be honest, like, that whole thing he got going on with the son, and like you said, that's just out of our mindset. But when you have 10 people, or most of your people that you don't even know on your social media, that's talking about this, just like, once again, that pastor thing, or whatever the case may be, people are going to be in it. It's just something drawn to them. Like, metaphorically speaking, you can come in and your girlfriend could be in the phone. You could be just did a 12-hour shift and come in and she'll be like, hey, honey, how you doing? Won't even give you the visual eye contact. So then her brain is not really focused on who this man really is that came in. But as soon as she stroll and see something intriguing, her whole body reacts to it. She wants to tell you what's in a cellular device instead of what's going on in reality. Like you hear somebody that she loved, but this is soul taking to people.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on. People are enslaved by what other people are doing.
I wouldn't say that. I would only say it because we're the only race that was put into a systematic standpoint. Like, if you look at it, you didn't see them building projects for Koreans. You didn't see them building projects for Mexicans. All the things that have placed us into the lower totem pole of society has been placed by the powers above. And I can't say that because, of course, if you give somebody, if you experiment with a group of people, you're going to always see results. And that's what they've done to us. They experimented. They didn't do that. if you see hoods now for people of different cultures, it's because they moved in where they fit in.
Yeah.
So like if you go to LA, you got Chinatown, you got the side where the Spanish people live, and it's rough out there some places, but it wasn't designed by white people. They just got in where they can fit in. Like when you see the projects, you don't ever hear people saying, oh, like, yeah, I'm about to go to the Mexican projects, I'm about to go to the Chinese projects, I'm about to go to the Brazilian projects in America, because they weren't designed for that reason. Like when you see the projects in the black communities, they were designed to keep black families there. And when you
and the names, just the names that they give us, it just causes us to have more burdens on ourselves. And you know, like who I am, I just believe we are the first creators. We are the first living. So that already puts us on peer pressure.
Yeah.
So you're peer pressuring people that sometimes don't know how powerful they are. It makes them become powerless. So the fact that they already call us these degrading names and we're already lost, only thing we kind of do is pick up from what we heard or pick up from what's around.
Yeah.
But if we have more structure, more guidance into what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to be, then that'll be better. But the guidance is built on the economy. Liquor store, liquor store, liquor store. You can do this.
check cashing place.
Check cash, and then these other people, they got all this nice lights and stuff like that. So we let the material things and these words condemn us. And that's why we feel like we're nothing, but people see us with just energy and feel like we're already important. Despite how our appearance is, despite what we have going on in life, people don't even take that 5 minutes or open curiosity to even ask. It's just they go with it. And you know, what you see is what you get nowadays, but it is mostly once you have nothing to give.
Yeah.
And then they just take what they want to and just add on what they want. That's what I was about to say. We know this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just, we need more.
Yeah.
Once we start getting more, it's hard to say practice, you know, what you preach, but if we all know this, and he has 35%, and I'm 22, but his run, just speaking deeper, his run, his win ain't as long as mine, but he just put a couple more percentage in me, then my stride is longer, then I'm putting more percentage in him, then now he's pulling. Everybody got this own link, but everybody's just right here running clueless. So it's not the fact that we don't notice, it's the fact that we don't really know what to do with all we given, because we can feel it, but we can't really picture it. So it's like you're an all-star player, and then you have one bad game, everybody's devastated. Not the fact that you don't did good all this time and it's just a little break. It's just the fact that they expect this out of you, and you're not giving them that.
Yeah.
So as soon as something went wrong, family situations never went right, so then their problems become our problems.
No group of people has overcome as much as African American people in America. That's a fact. Like you couldn't have put any group of people in here and came out of slavery to end up where we're at now. It's so easy to say, oh yeah, you got people on Facebook that are just talking about that. Or you can say, you know what, I went to Shands last week and the doctor that was checking on me was black. Yeah. Instead of sitting there asking her questions about, or him questions like, hey, what did you do in your life and when did you decide you wanted to be a doctor? Because you're black like me, I want to know the recipe. Yeah. If I'm not going to be a doctor, maybe something you tell me I can teach to my children, and they're gonna become a doctor. Yeah. Yeah. So
nobody wants to sponge.
We don't want to learn stuff that I don't say we don't want to learn. I'm saying we're spending time talking about stuff that it's just so minute. It's so many other things we can be talking about. Like when it comes to like our people, I hate to like give so much light to negativity because there's so many other people giving negative opinions on our people. Yeah. Like if you got the time to talk to black people, I think it should. I don't think we should ignore what goes wrong in our society, but I think we should also, before we say, you know, John and Jason over there, or with Devontae and Terry, and they over there selling drugs, we should also think about little Natasha, little Nakia that just graduated top of their class, and they're going to go to college. Like
MFG Productions, where visual communication is everything. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also follow on Facebook and Instagram.